Our top story, it seems matters between New Delhi and Washington D.C. have arrived at an impasse. On Thursday, India demanded that the U.S. drop all charges against its diplomat Devyani Khobragade and issue an unconditional apology for her mistreatment.
Asha, the State Department, however, has said that it will not ask the New York District Attorney's Office to drop charges against Khobragade. For now, at least, it has become a case of who will blink first.
India not letting the pressure on the US to ease, seeking restoration of Devyani Khobragade's dignity. But the US is not willing to move beyond routine expression of regret. The State Department clarifying that it is not asking the US law enforcing agencies to drop complaint against the Indian diplomat.
Any suggestion that you would be putting pressure on the U.S. Attorney's Office to drop the charges?
Is not true. The State Department doesn't charge people or drop charges. That's not what the State Department does.
While US is not inclined to drop charges at this moment, Devyani's lawyer believes that the marshals knew that they were dealing with an Indian diplomat and not a hardened criminal.
Dr. Khobragade was a senior diplomat in the Indian consul. They didn't have any reason to think that she was violent in any way, no reason to think that there was a weapon. And what should have been done with her is what's done with very many of my clients. She should have gotten a phone call to say, look, we need to process an arrest. Would you please come down and we'll do this a very easy way. And that's called a self-surrender. And we do that all the time. There's just not a good reason why that wasn't done. It was, I can only imagine it was an intentional insult.
The Indian embassy in Washington accused Devyani's maid Sangeeta Richard of blackmailing and demanding alteration in her passport and visa status to work elsewhere. The embassy also called on US authorities to arrest Richard for stealing cash, a mobile phone and documents from Khobragade. But the maid's lawyer claims that she is disappointed with undue focus on the diplomat and not her plight.
She's frustrated and disappointed at the focus of the media on the treatment of Dr. Khobragade and that the victim and the victim's story has been overshadowed by sort of the outrage regarding the treatment of Dr. Khobragade.
Maybe the treatment was bad for a diplomat because diplomats have certain rights, right? I mean, probably that's not the way to treat a diplomat, but whatever she has done is probably wrong and it has to be kind of dealt with.
The way she was handcuffed is not a right way. They should have gone to the house and do it systematically, dignified way. But the handcuffing in a school doesn't.
Behind me is India's permanent mission to the UN on the 43rd Street here in New York, where Devyani Khobragade, the Indian diplomat, is staying and now working as well. India has got her transferred here to get her diplomatic immunity. But the problem is that even now, the US State Department has not formally endorsed India's request for a diplomatic immunity. There's a two-leg process. One is to seek a card, identification card from the UN, and then to go to the State Department. That will ensure that Devyani Khobragade gets a proper diplomatic immunity which India is seeking.